Yama hefo nyina chen emfamra Abranaa so no pe baabi a wo bia memene da anopa na Abranaa so memene da anopa ene mebosum ne de to so aduasa afimpino ne aduonu ensia Saturday morning anopa ye mo ache emo akwaba ye mo ache ne ye ka so dwumadi ense de esi ahye ne ye de brew na so de no ya hye ne pampe na abedwafo so bekan ho na afa no penkomo no yetimi atomu nkyene wonso a wutie baabi a wa wutie na wo hwe bia no ya hwefo nyina so no sakwenya wo so betimi afaso na afi watwere wadwen Ghana democracy na ebe no nyina eni age atum dodo amamu ye nan sori anopa ma ba akofo mekere se da sori fa ha na bi empesa yesi pen democratic way oka meka ye nyina be kire ya adwene papa na womni asone so ne afa eno mu na se ho adanse na no pe yetena se a ye bedie na otwe mu ensanu bi akoso pa na otwe ne ba na wie na hyase ne ba na wie nyina no ensemu akoso no anope ye gibre na ye de agu nsene so na afi ya doso na wo so no na afi yetimi agibre adi ho nkomo medini Agya Wusu ansa nyame ya adom ne yetinko na boni bi ansi a memenda mu no ya ye gibre na afi de se adwumadi wi enso so etimi bro na otwe mu nsem bi asisi no na doso de bebo so nkakra na afi ya hwe ya kwa akoban se yenuan mo South Africa no nyame ya adom se de aban ne hyehye se na osi pe no se wona ebete wo ho ase no be ready so bebe fie no aban ebedi animu no odo maba ampa sanhye na koso ama meka se first batch no aba obae the foreign affairs minister oni chief of staff ekohia omu gina amampania na mu na ema o makwaba ya je omu do makan wa ampa wa tu kes kakakra odi be free nkra ko okrum na afei ya sa the package kakra ka ho se waba no sisi modern di fetwitwa ho dandan ho kakra na ebi akwanya no esesa wonso wetimi anya mfaso de ndoma ba bedru omba ya makosem makapi na akire ye nyina ya tibi de ekoso South Africa whether South Africa ban shase so shase Ghana fo bedru wie no South Africa force Ghana government ne action ye too harsh wa antonobo nenke so tokos na diplomacy nkitahudie bada obi busa se wani tua se ye bronkrofo na wote won kitahudie nkosi da be diplomacy be nipa na wo yesa no o sa adwene diplomacy no e na o de yesa na well South Africa fo ni bi o masema so fa o moka no nanso yenuanum de ade o ma wa tu the next batch a obeba no eno so amamre kro na na be enso so atudi amom de na otwe mu eno bi ekoso na ade kese a enra parliament ni se ne ya tweso ntonto ya pass pen na akasa mampanyi be asente bedantima amaso ya nyasa ami ansan nti na se parliament esa ahwe na opase ebiem na we na kwaye partial parliament tina senra no benifo di abobu no anti LGBT class plus na se anti LGBTQ plus bill no ya passe na ya passe ne se no makakra bi afrim enema bi ayi afrim no so nsembra na asase na bi kasae se no ma bi ho ayi ntimi mfa ne sa esen sakrai kakra etumi bam sa ne ma na sen sakrai na bam no enra parliament eye ho adwuma ema awie na se MPs no eso mo tumi gitum eno ho komo ho anopa be debre na afi yedi enu achi anopa ye Ghana fo bebu se ho nsem bebrebe se yete kuremu se wiabo pa wiabo a yesu no nye se wian na ehye wiabo a yete nkrofo mfu hye enkrofo fie hye enkrofo nwuma hye fire outbreak na se wiamu no sanso na nsuo so to a na amene na afae anopa bebusa se nipa ben ndi enim baabia esi dan eni baabia ni kwan esi dan a Christopher Okroma enwanu muslimifo de trokonkron ne ka se nyansani wosi ni dan botan so no enyam bia ye bebusa ho se ye anyansafo ana anopa ensem de dos nya hyehye ni ebi se ye da so kankrofo kasabo ahwe weyem na otwe mu a senior citizen lawyer Dantoa any central for shia di nkomo se de ekoso Ghana no kire se en central for Ghana for se o kasa ni ya kire o kasa yes say still omu hu se criminal libel law na yes ye free ho no yes akwa akofa de aba no pe bejibre na ye bi so kakra ni nyina aka ho bi ene afoforo na no pe abo no aye de bro ye be konsuo no se de toy yes yiri ye na si afa nkrofo be sisi semre ahokyera nkrofo afam ene da ma ebie anopɛ yɛbɛbɔ so baabi amadru mi twa me ho aba sisi a na afi yate asim yɛde nkomo na hyehyɛ so ansa na bedwafo no aba medini Agya Wusu ansa Abranaa so ni mi twa me ho aba.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Stay back and stay safe. National Petroleum Authority. Ebo bibia kokose. Se fuel tank Kenya kwenshia. Ne dania. Men ko ho nkwaye wadwen se. Okwosisa petrol anafango no. Ena finso. Menye wadwen se wo ben fuel tank Kenya kwenshia ne ho. Akwa kodwetwa videos ana pictures. Na petrol anafango wo hwenso. Ohua ko wo mu a. Enye sunsu asobone. Ewo apomeden semso. Fango nso eho ahometinti no. Enfomso akitu ebi ebetumi ameja tom amana gise wom. Eba ne saa nipa dodo timi femu hyehe ehwe mo nkwa emeja pade dodo na nso esei aya fredum je adwumayefo ana posifo no mo mehwe nso ano wutumi nso efre National Petroleum Authority ewo 0302 550 380 kaise wonkwa wo hoi eho hia bebre esen sa fango no kokoboi National Petroleum Authority enede bro
Odamaye! Bremen Central Business and Investment Forum, ya China channel, Abranaa Small, Mensini Krachi, Onimanyam for Solomon Brakukusi, and Asha Akasahu Jumedie, Sabaya, Bremen Free Mensi, Jedie and Sikasem, Big Jiran and Nansu, and Penifua Kukudamwa, Ebe Shaman Komodia Rakosu, Sabaya, Bremen Free Mensi Dachi, Big Jinaye, Aye, or Mahine Dema Achim Kotoku, His Gracious Majesty, Osiadia your doctor from Poman Swan, Otoso 9. Swan for a share a bronket 1.2. Ahinsam any assume Kwahu Droju Medieso. Aye, Onimonyam for Ahmed Ibrahim. A prayer man Tamun Swafo. Onimonyam for Reta Akosia Awate. Any Akuku Dam, any Sachato Rofo Bebre. Jumediana Basu Jun Boso many that also Yenu. Our film Pinunia Jonun Siemu. Biaya Jumedia Ebakaso. Aye, Methodist Conference Hall at Chim Odan. And upon non Bremen Central Business and Investment Forum, developing local entrepreneurs, making Bremen Central a prime investment destination.
Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. Literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
Hello, Ghana. Payday is here. Stand a chance to win.
Emba hwefo akwaba na afa no pay ento aso mfamfiri a bedwafo no beba na yemusebusa ho nsem kakra wo ye Ghana ni me ye Ghana ni ne ebusa se man na ye nyina ye kyekyere no ye de adwempa ana se trimu fine ye ana pesemi nkumnya baabi a wotie ana se baabi a wa wogitum se wotie no baabi a ho ene ye hwehwe wa ebehu wote ebo bra okobedie mu nyina ne ho ena eye o last eye destination say ye sidan ana abeto asase no ma ben ene ehwe ansan yato nsuo to na anu yi enkrapotem ha miamia hodo o man Ghana mu baabi eni kwan se nsuo yiri fa nkrofo eboroso bede ba ne edi hu komo yaka hwetewete sam neko de eye current eye wija dam ya ye bie no nanu ye wega dam no 1974 a dam no moye no 7 preduasa na ba bia ensuo no ye bie befa no na wo ho ensuo ani ye ntenam eni ensi kwan je se ya ye ho se ye fishes san ye pay ho ya brabo no nenke nipa de otena branko ba bia nipa tena nko sebe nwene ena tena nsuo nti nipa we wadne se nsuo mu na abetena na nsuo kwan na abetena woni adwene no difference bi anim nti nsuo no to a ese otimitinam ba we na ntesa efrise nye nipa tena bre eni nsuo nti hwan mu ne di anim timi hwe nyame anim na nsuo ani ba bia nsuo to a eho ne tai Yakupon bo wiase no sa na oye no ye ba bia nsuo to a eho ne betai ba bia nsuo no to ba bia betena fa nsuo ani na yesi chinchina ho ne yebetena we aye kase nkrofo otwe abo ene anwe afra e de fele wo ye feeling na wo ye no e feeling na wo ye na wakata nsuo no so atena ho se nsuo to a ebe yira fawo enra bese nansa so nie omom wo weja ene mpotem wo wote no enti enu ase wa ubusa ho se ba bi nsuo yira fawo yi yetena ho ne ye ana anyeye unim ne nsuo ato on odam ne ma afi na wo twe de agu trogo so akwakope baabi foforo de agu nsuo ne te pe ye besa atwe sa no mani nyina akọ back enti enipa ban ben ye okrum ha. In fact, local assemblies magu Ghana enimase. The local assemblies decentralization policy no mase no tone. Na kanena nke se ya bejimi bre. Nti ehọ ne de obeka se 7 preduasa. Tibon koso. Nene ya yesi ye wonimdie pa ya dwene mu da ho abafu yi. Ene nsuo mu ne yete no. Asase no obi ne twama obi. District assembly no enyem bia no why ne ma permit monitoring be na koso se site we ya ban dia site we yentena ho aha eyensuom miamia hodo yi ba bia nsuo yira fa nyina no ayese no ma no makrum ba bia ye dua mo ye dua ntos ni ade waterlogged areas no eno no ye ni seasonal ntos mpo na dua ye nsuo to ebe fa no na nipa da sani unim na district assembly so ya aware obeyan hwe ha tibon koso because akratifo ni nyina adane akromfo obekọ no na omuka hu bi permit no ene yakwekwe ho maybe so ye fake edefra ni nyina be free the same assembly enti weja municipal assembly no enti munim se ba bi a ensuo etwifa yi yetena ho enyi yenim ba ho na ekoka ekobase ya ne asesu afre aban krona assembly krona na wo ye nhwe ha no assembly na abesa ye budget na ye de adwuma beto nadmofo so nadmo benya bio wonya bio eso kosafo no mboa. But the question is, for how long any ye beto akoso atena sampotompoto im se asase e ya aban dia na obi so ye nana ana wo ya asomesi na okoton asase na enti aban ye ne hweye asam na ya buruso eba ye beka hwete samneko nti obia ntimi enyi ne hu nsi wo se dibra ye de ama me whether some ye planning officer se me ye DC se me ye whatever aha de mmra no esise nti yen hwɛ se mmra no betumi adwuma hwɛ baabi ani party o baabi ensu ato eyira fa nipa na hwɛ efi pa ewom ball ani ade nyina afra ni nyina ye ho baabi ankrofo tie enti minu mienu no ye gye hudi sesebe amene a eda ni patrim a mani patime dwene ya ade chen aboa no ye wo saa amene ni bia na for how long and the district assemblies better akoso now our boy abrosa decentralization no enyambia ye papa sa assemblies ni ngunu so aseye because your local assembly na aban sa so ntimi protect baby any kwanse ye kotena wuntumi na edru elections a obesa the ballot box akosi sa fi we mu sam potompoto we mu say ento aba na assembly papa be nie ene wage for the na aba ene e kan ho asem the various district assembly municipal assemblies no madwuma pa ye de amamo no mo ye sure say mo ye what local assemblies no MMDCs assembly members unit committee members and do the MC kura na de ekoso wo ma ho a unit committee members are more the various communities no more mother hello unit committee members and who here na eja to because aban boka na yeto sa aba no na sa we nana ana ohene na de okoton asase we nsuo ma obi a onso a okoto no baya na we wan hunu dam ne bia ba bia befa no ekwa akogbo esukese ma na se epokese ni mu no ewo kwan e befa so e beko nti sa okotena ne kwan mu a nsuo to a e be yira fawo na nke nsuo nyame me bompa ne nka yese ya be se na otwe miensa na nke namusa ye wie ya ne nke demolish ho nyina na we no yentumi Intinkra the capital of Ghana, the nation's Wembley, Accra any. When you the boy who samrane na me konkan en kan any. Hey, then can no say no. Ya say no. Because sa wo hwe ye capital, me nsu ato, me mpotompoto me fi say dia, ene en kan agu. En kan bia ni ba bia. En kan ne ya safa. Hwe obi dem nsu yira fa ne pa. Ninkonya bibia na se nyame ya adom na se nsuo etwi a ko obesa akobak na nke se yenya system whereby mpanifo mbeka se we di asienti no bi ankobak bi hwe 2015 the president yeto abayi no obaye 2025 rather 2025 President John Dramani Mahama and the deputy chief of staff any mpanifo bi koi weja hwa ba bi ani kwanse asidan ani ade mampanyi gina ho no yenya kwabrane ma ne ye chest out kukoduro se wono ehon saase no omu ne ton ye de ne si ye mampanyi ko ho wie no de okase yenye ne nsuo to ahwa amflade biem no yaye okwa no mampanyi ko ba ye sesi aye kasei committee mampanyi paw ye se committee ne hwe so ne sensuo to asabia na last year okoye no enfa biem no committee na adwuma na sisei committee report way and among bay recommendation ya adwuma ni gu kwa enkoba bia ebra ye farm mpanyin tena wiem hyemu helio ene adme kosi ho ema ne kode na ndan kotete atete ni bi recommendation committee wa report na way eba no yada so recommendation be ne wom anamo be ne yatu adwuma instructions amampani ka se enkoso ho no yaye ana enye nadmofo su se ba bia wo makwa demolition yakwa duri dan agu no the local assembly led by mpanifo wa assembly wha sam yakwa kosi dan no to nadmo demolition koye no assembly na sa supervise ama dan na nadmo bui no this time grad o masia boso aye bibia wie ye ni pabonefo na okruma de pe nimpe me won say Greater Accra regional minister na yekura ni mu na onam nsuonim ton ewo eye friend say weja ho minister na nka say odwarim timi dware nsuonim a because e ho na wakofa no nsuo ne twe on besa akọ say no minister any MP ho so yehu no Jerry Ahmed ono so hwehwani mu saba MP no want to hobby MP no our name no want to hobby o metena ho so da we si ni dan wo bepo no so we si ni dan wo bepo no so akokoduru a yebenya ka kire danfo se danfo jai na nya no ye ni bi anyi ni bi akola ni bi enya atwom yesu ban nye yentumi nka no kore boni na eku yekurum ha enye sa beden pa na watimi ahwenyame anim no watena mpotompoto im se ya na epese etetere man ne dia amome entetere ni se ya na ebenya ne se ya nso obi amblemu obi a nemom leadership ese ya adwuma ba bia ni kwaso obi tena ye kɔ no osida na sinsue ni abubu na wo sa ne nam chen yabu ade na gunu na masa ma permit ni asesi na sa MC kura o sa bia yakwako ye demolition asa me asidan no won sem fata se otna office said nadbo chief ne kan as nkrophobia se call you out because we MC nadmo adi ade anim regional wabe national mpo abe demolition now koye ni 2 weeks ni assess dan nyina then assembly be ka tell say omo ahu masa on sem fata se ye MC on sem fata se ye coordinating director on sem fata se ye town country plan officer our assembly ho supervision be ya mubu na ni gu no manye monitoring bia biem ena mo ja ne sa na se kasa obi age bribe ana buomu ade enti na sare na koso a wonyini akinye bia ni ho obia umuntimi nkase munim ho hwe se munim ho hwe dia mon sem fata to be in that position anope de ono no na omampanyi wadaro ma yebesrew committees ahodo awpaye na call rounds committee na adwuma ade hye omunsa no report no sa ba baby ese ko na adwuma koso baby a yebebu dan agu esinsuo biemu Ramsa site nkrofo no sa omasako Ramsa no manu makrum no omasako akosis dan no ndi nipa ben ne ye jai ye nimo ye yenhwe ha no osi anadwo no asi awie no akotene ba o maya ye se pese chiche no ye mpene side ye be sanitizer system no ye mane nkose ya ye wadwuma ye we ni ya woni mbete ye beka Greater Accra Regional Minister anabo nsuo na akone nem next time nko biem unkosi obi adan ho eduru ho a nipa no mane hu se ho ye nsuo but of course eden a ye beto aba 4 years ninti yentimi nye the right thing abato e okruma se una obele waka o wose so far as se ye to aba na ye be bresa because ye the vote be hunahuna adwuma no ntumi nye ye beto aba but wo ya enipa no ni so a obeto aba ndi ama so mo weja ho nyina no tokro no bonka ni mo tie nsuo to a na yirafo mu dam ye bia na yirafo mu no se yetimi pia o mu nyina afiri ho ne ye pe baabi mo tena mpa a ye be sa nya nkrofo amoma akosisi dan ho say any ane ye ho abayifo bayifo bia ni baabi a ye ne ane ho samanfo sama bia meku ye ne a etrim ya den too much as Ghanaians ndide ono no why weja anope mo amotimu no tu hufo utu firi ho beboa o edan ya to wo enie na de kumi kran se yesisi asori dan wo asori dan yo sofo ndi sofo kwesi asori dan wo nsuo mu no enyam bia sofo de ne hawo say ye kobom pae mo ye sure se fiwe nyankopon beba betenem wo si asori dan nyankopon dan say fiwe ball e bonkan ateche nyankopon betenem hey sofo boa de person ne ma me wata netena why ma mundire sori dan ni nyina ebe boa pa me nsuo nto abenya baabi nso so atimi afa anope medase ma bedwafo na ready e wo ha ye beko na afi yetumi de nkomo kakra nso e ho no ebrew ye de brew a wo chefa so wom media social media handles ni nyina baabi a be share bia no obetimi do chefa no enso so ato na afi ye de nkomo enso abrew na ye ne nadbo mpanyufo be di nkomo e wo ha no pay nya hwe se enye weja ho nko a mia hodo obi de bed weja de ne sese e na aba be talk of the town asisi ye ka ho asem ye di hunkumo owura Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar Tafram ewa ha na afi na di nkomo kakra chief good morning
na omo ti say
ipacho me ho ye aduma na ye say ya adomo
emu ne adwuma obo adwuma pa ne waye kura waye amai ne miti ya no aka ni nyina amai
adwuma ne ya edin
enye say ya edin pa ne kono edin.
That's right. If you be say 4 days ensu ato aso no say na Greater Accra in general no esiti
Accra nyina is under flood waters baby a ehoye areas a ehon so ehia senka oman mu ni nyina ye kabom ne ebo ho no mu eho ban no eho no mu so na problem no kese wo.
Okay.
To say Ramsar site na obodin no eho no mu ye baby a enye se oman panyimpo ana regional minister ana panyi bi ena wo senka oba ho no ka kire se ye mo eho no mu ho ban because eho no mu no eya ade a international organization to say UNESCO omunsa womu ena ye identify ho no mu say eho ye wealth land it is internationally recognized.
Okay.
If we are seeing na say eho no mu no wo say ye bo ho ban.
Okay.
Because enoma na wo kan ye no enya Ghana ha na omu fi ebi free Benin ebi free Nigeria ebi free Togo ebi free chiri ebi kura beba no be hu se na ahyenso de ebo omu kom.
Okay.
Because omu de ye hwehwemu omu de ye research a ebeboa yen ama yen nyina yetimi abo eho no mo ho ban because e won faso bebri ema oman Ghana
but say Ramsar site no e well located anamboa
very strategic.
The identity intimi protect because o ade no am ho ban say dey akromfo beba
ye dey a forestry commission for nsa
omo
ne ho eye omo edia
omo hweso
omo ne hweso.
Okay. Domi na ye monitoring no
omo ne
nti ye dey na nkrofo timi kosi dan
and district assembly no so
ho no ka dey dey na nkrofo nya permit si dan ho
eno de ye nyina obi antimi answer question no obi antimi answer question in the sense say ehwehwemu anadmu ye no nadmu ne ye other partners ye no ye hu say omo amusisi dan no ho no nyina bebre ni permit omo de omo tumi ena esi but enkonfo hye akira omo eton asase no
say they see can say internationally recognized no asase no pacha ban dia na say me ameti me na bi dia
there be ban dia bet o say asase bia ye ka say aye public property let's just say aban
nti aban sem ne wo nti why individual ban ne betimi akoton aban asase
individual sa na eho no mu ye omo dia na aban agiye no omo na still omo fa akire eka any other institutions kabumu etonton
institutions government institutions kabumu medinin krofo esa
say your friend say omo to asase ahemfo a ontimi to asase no abra any organization bia enye document bia ma no nti na make us other institutions nti ansa na ye beye site plan ne ekeka ho no de ama woni akona otoye no ansa na aya asase aya ton no na kire se institution bika ho
nti na se forestry commissioner show mun so we ho dwuma dia na se adwuma na bro mu so ntimi nye ye be jai hwe hansa forestry na show mun sa because now demolition am ko enkrofo access ye kire a mo se sisi dan ana
bebre bet ya stop home o hwe na nsen ya obo se ye director general ko gina ho no mu kan so mo ye drainage bi ho obi ani ho a mo kwan se omo nye sa drainage no nti eno de ya stop home en na no mpesen ka do mo de ekata ye ni so mo ye drainage ansuo be fam akọ nti no omo ye drainage na ansuo to ansuo no betimi akọ enso ho nye ba bia eye drainage asem because ensuo no eba etre kese part se memfa ne se if echen aha no mo akọ dankwase ka ekọ police headquarters mosque ho no mo nti eye ba bia ho so ye ena emfaso a oman no nya efrimu no enye se enoma no nko a eho no mu na ensuo no betena ensuomnam omutunkusu a won se ya na pono mu a na pono aba eba na amefa omo de ko enti ema nya mfaso bebre apart from no other reptiles to say nchichide to say enuoma bebre tena bre no ena baby asa enuoma no so tena no sunsun bebre wo ho eya na emre bebre no ya na yetaka ye mpanyimfo a mo ye nkremufo a mo wonim dia a mo aye hwehwemu no omo ma yehu se ehonom no enye se ye bo ho ban keke se ewi ase nyame bo ye no obo ye nipa no obo James no omo so tena bre no omo jinifo na ho na omo tena enti edumre bi na yekọ na yekọ ha omo a obewu se nsuo bi to na anu no aye din na yiri kese na efa nipa te se tsunami ne ne ka ho no omo so buafu
okay
opa wo de kokuran mu na koye nhwehwemu because nyankopon bo wiaso no wo bo wo mu se wo mu so ensom no
okay
yo mo ya papa fo wo mu o ene wo mo mfimfia
wo na adwuma wo
o mu so ye mo ya bonifo wo mo ya bonifo no wo ko na ko kan mo bia na wo ma wo ko kan ma no a nti ni bufu a na so no wo ba be ya o ye ma no bro
nti better yenya everlasting solution because say aban there and the ekoso idebia sa na ekoso we are talking about it almost every day still ekoso
everlasting solution abai we abai in the sense says say they are buying the nice form sa committee na task force na manpanyi etiye no omo ebo adwuma pa omo ne nadmu ni other collaborators to say regional coordinating council any MMDC so no MMDC so no ewo mu say ebi wo mu a omo nya adwuma no se ne ye pe no ebi nso ye adwuma no se ne ye pe se ye no entini enim se emrepamu no enipa bia hia kasa kire ye ne omo kasa regional minister director general any empanyifo any task force say military nyina wo mu hydro fo wo mu institutions bebre ka ho ana ye se adwuma no entino ye first phase of the demolition no demolition bia wo ye na se wuja debris no ho no mu anache se wa anye kura ankaye second phase no ye to aso ye director general ne military empanyifo ne regional minister ne MMDC no ya pe akadie bebre to set tipa trucks payloaders and excavators this is debris no ko Pishi Lagoon area honuma friends say 3 fair chi honuma ya sisa majority of it especially near wo mahama
but said down demolition ensan yo ebi da so eno ye enda be
because your machines no ebi a slow down kakra
na omunya ahoden si sa dan no ye mu no mu sesemfio
enkasa na wo se eba no se ye bubu kura ye charge wo mu ba wo bubu a wo mu nyina adwane ebi nya akukuduro ba begira ho no mo ka kire wo se ne dan no ba bi e wo no ni se yebu no enso ye dwiri wi a yesesa ni nyina de kogu ba bi
obusia no pay na bonke ni phone yenya omo ana ensuo no toto na ano yi no dwuma edi no enafom afi na ehu se enti yini mu ye kotna no yini se ho ye tena enyi beti akotna na weja de abasisi ye disaster ana human error
no emse Ghana mamu no ye wo man-made disasters and ye wo natural disasters mama started from the man-made aspect no yes are building in waterways no e ka ho bi and unapproved areas ye baby a hot say dam no enchen ne side nyina me ba na wo ka say ensuo no ye betimi de bi adua enobae te say nyadoa tomatoes nkruma ne ekeka ho wo hwe area ho no mu nyina na ho na irrigation development authority for omuna na eho hye omo ensem omuna na emma ye irrigation wo ho eko babia tuba kasua area ho nyina okwa abun se lines ni nyina da ho edua enioma ho ena ekire nkofo de omo ankasa pe ekotonto asase ni nyina na nkofo esia ko ben dam no enti babia omo ben dam no de e wo se edwiri ni nyina egu se de be ya e betimi abo dam no ho ban ena afi nso se de be ya nsuo to a yehu nyoma yehu bi a nkofo eda nsuo mu afi na ye pe enipa ombekọ akọ rescue omo ye rescue omo wi a ye de ombekọ akọtena safe havens na ye ma omo nsuo ye ma omo aduane oman no bebo omo ho ka bebre enti no emrepamu no
safo no kakre wejade no wa mo na edi asase no ma omo wa na ma permit wa na ensure say esidan
we chance and dan na ho ni nyina menyin ni say ye wo edan wo ho a ewo building permit
me ba wo okuro tetegu say okuro
tetegu
okay the one na ma permit say ba bia nsuo yira fa no yetna ho
permit ni dey assembly na ma permit assembly no a committee physical planning e wo so NADMO was so works was so and other institutions was so na permit no MMDC is for the chairpersons of the committee.
Okay.
Enti emre twemu bebre no I started kakra NADMO any water works for nyina ya kan ho aboma kasa o ma mu nsidan so be kono o hini we say media ade ba ko nso a edi enya ne say ahemfo no omunya ba ko we eton na we so eton na we eton nti who dealing with this person who obehwe no we have
no but the assembly no no ye local authority no ontimi operate on illegalities and yes I don't know the professionals from pinpoint into the assemblies leaders and now more modern say they may nyesa na ye no eno de they sefata sanction ye de ma ada na muntimi nyesa
eno de NADMO ye de bia NADMO ye at times kurampo no ebi ohon ma mo start na mo ya ye tro report to the ma mo ka kire o mo say ade wi a o mo ye no be bia o mo sidan no e nsu kwan se o mo si wie pa o hawa e de bebani nsu to a nsu be yira fa okro no nyina enso no ade be chi a wo be kono na ya to ebi o ho ana
ye gan sebio ye suban sebio ye ada ne nkwasiafo sa na ye be ka no because ye nim senye no akwakoye nti ye nyina na ye tim sa but can we continue to live?
No, I will say yes no send your mampanyi akase ye mubu ni nyina no me ene empanyimfo a me mehu se o mukọ no enye se o mo mpese o mo bebubu no o mo gusu eye ne kaka enya ade a ebetime de dako ana na mienu ana na miensa aye because ne ye nso edin because machines na ye di bebubu no sika cry di gumu fuel aye to gumu no enye sika ketwa
because we ya kanyina no reset ho asem ne ka no ana reset in the way
the account
unya sure say na ye tie ka say next year ade a ye di hu ko me besa ba biem
say yentimi anya nwie this year na you forget it yentimi anya ankudu akire 2026 yimu na ye de kodu 2027 enmenyi ni
SNK jai obiesi esi jai nsuo no ma nsuo na ye na adwuma wie na more than mokopede o as a still we rescue because we yaka ntinsu ato atene mo
ana yes sir but ewuntimi nya nipa no ma nsuo mfa no nkokora ewuntimi nya no uja no
because obuane na ade ne twen ya obesa akọ nti nanka de say ne oni nsuo no ko a na o makwate ana
yes sir
okay baby e ko nsuo no baby e ko bom no e ko bopo ni mu no e ho nso ye se ho atweku I know the exercise and either say not but whatever who is in charge I saw team the nsuo no quite me akọ
oh say epono say wo bie eye a friend is saying assassin na nsuo nam so e de kopu no most of the time no bia eni 1 hour crowd bu se na pono ankasa sa de anwa abesi no
okay
say naturally no eno no empe sa ne o ma no nti ye bia what time a ye di bie si ye bia time a waves no wo form no bia ene de nsuo na efira assassin no so no benya kwan akọ intentem
okay
nti ya na ye time ye what time a ye monitor ye wo staff a wo monitor e de mai o monitor na se ye hu se ye wo se bia na ye bie Wager Dam gates be 5 a na nsuo no e ba abontin bebre no ene na ma ekofo no ho kire o mu bebre na e ho flade ye no be sese ye bie ekwan mienu na ye bie no ene nti na ama nsuo no nyina ekọ intentem a o mo ho ha o mo kakra no but apart from nsuo na eto upper stream a amadam no ayema no edru sa 48 feet na o se bie ma bi kono nsuo no so a eto akra ha se no so eka ho bi ene nsuo no afi na e ba beto kese enti o ma mo tempetem ho nyina
me foto say communities na akoye be 5 o first maybe an be kase bi atetegut
ebolista na
5 communities
ye wo bi a wo upper stream o say yo 2 assemblies wo ho ye wo Wejagbawe ene ye wo Gansaf Gansaf no free amanfum kasoa eko your friend is say ashalaja ene home patem nyina hon so ka ho enti omo so ade no so bi ka omo but Wejagbawe na ka omo kese pa ti se tetegu ti se chukumi eba omo ne Belekuma West aye Dansoma ene share boundary omo wo baby a omo bohye ehonu mu nso no okọ ho asese ehonu mu nyina pono ne ensuo na freeway dam no mu afa honu mu nyina enti no ye bie ekwan mienu a ensuo no kakra nyame adawroma ekọ pa utimi hu se ekopa ensuo no enyina ekọ enti no ade ba kwa ebesere ahemfo no ene omo ekọ epuso ho no mu echenam no se omo emwae na yentimi emma ensuo no nkọ because omo so eya na omo so si ebie ensuo no ma no kọ a omo nyanam enchi
but the minimum say district assembly bia so wo nadmu
yes
office ho amo obi a
your director your zonal offices
say omudi kan district no mo ni de sa na omo say omudi kan ho ansa na nke bia room office sana omo report no early
yes omo report my nadmu and nadmu no ye kokoya assessment ye kokko hwehwe hu say ahanum nsuo to a ekwan we na nsuo no efa ba ahanum be ha wo mo ana say ekwan we nsuo no ye be fa ye betimi asi ano abo wo mo a nsuo no emme ha wo mo kra enti no yewo even up to zonal level yewo zonal offices baby a zonal councils will be a nadmu office wo ho up to the regional level national level ena ye coordinate ena zonal ne district no works for now more honey physical planning ne community development and social welfare education and EPA wo nyina ye ne wo ne kabum eye adwuma no because ajo enchem no enye kuo ba ko penatimi ye ho adwuma si ano
but most leaning say eto da bi so esen ka mutimi si ano ye hu say ensu ye beto this time beto kese nti bi asomese mom ho by those things this appearing to there be as not bona kasa so adwuma na ko
there be ye before, during, and after. Before I soon be starting, your educational sensitization. You identify all the flood-prone areas across the country and your Greater Accra. Into Greater Accra to say we Jagbawi, Gansaf, Glefe, Bebe say, and near Bembe Honina, Oko Jagbawi, Fredbawi, Krumo and Kasa, and Malam Junction, Ekosakamai, Eba Achimota. Your friend is saying Christian Village echo ehon mun nyina ye nimbe bia ensuo to naturally no they are in low lying areas any senko we see edan o and o makotena ho enti no ansa na ensuo no be sha ase no ye nya information free gmet for ho said this year ensuo beto and amre we na ensuo beto ase ye rainy season ye nim na ya send teams ho ebi ho aye the mobile vans ebi ho aye the megaphone ye be kwa koya announcement say emre we na nsuo be start nti obi anya hwe yi wa wonim se bebia wo no nsuo ba ho kese efa wo fie nyina pe baabi na tu free ho wonim se wontu free ho a nadmo identify safe havens no ebi ho aye asori dan ebi ho aye masalachi ebi ho aye school ebi ho aye community park bi community center bi na ya make provision say ensuo no ebeto nti muntu metena ha for the meantime
no makotena o ensuo na tire de be nyina ansa no mako say say de pampa o mo say na o mutena ho aye
pampa mo because obi o abeka cho so woni be bia obetena
yate abushafo no pay nadbo panimpa wa bo adwuma chepa no num adwuma so Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar Tafra ono a senior officer inspectorate department nadbo headquarters na no penny needing komo kakra e wa ha baby to say atorenchem de atorenchem ohun ofanko runabout no barrier ho so flood no if you kwan nim kosi runabout no you tap e bi nko on tantra before I be room no
makohoda
that say we call by problem and so we
baby ehonu mu de engineering problem ne say drainage na omo ye no ewo baby ensuo kese firi ebehia baby ensuo keto bi wo so atiase drains no ebi soso na ebi susa enti no highways for akwa ye no omo nyina ye collaborators ne partners ena ehonum nso ebi ohonum a omo te honum no timamufo no so ka ho bi omo to ball egumu kese enti obehu sensuo no to ana asesa ball ano aba besi baby a wo sensuo no fakọ enti eno nso ka adwuma assembly no ni nadmo ya yetaye ye kɔ hɔ no mu ameka se ye kɔ hɔ no mu no ye clean up na ye kɔ ye no omukoko yi mu ekotiti mu nyina bi nsuo no kwan enso eba nsuo no enam se edoso nti na ebu afa so enti no se ne omo aye ne se ekwan na omo aye engineers no akɔhwe a omo pese omo redesign drain no omo ebemu emane ye kese se ne ebe ya nsuo no ebetimi akɔ iye kama
nti hono de no o ka se engineer problem recommendation be na mo de ato ana engineers omo ntimi
ye de ama ye de recommendation ama omo so omo emiemu enye ne kese afi so omo design no such a way say enkofa omo de enwura gumu no omo nya kwan enfa nwura no mu mane me block because ekwan no omo ye first no traps na omo de toto so na de no sa scrap dealers no so yi ni nyina nti se omo design foforo a eno no omo de sha omo ntimi yi bio ntimi nyina
afọ akọ
omo yi ni nyina o hwe kwan no ho a o de dako o drive on the road so aya hwe o be hu se entokuro na nsuo famu ni nyina na de ni so enye se bia highways fu na yi enkofo na wiewia omo na yi
but ye ne expect be di nkomo de o kan say Ghana nke nya nu say ye kata ye yi so ye gates no because ye na wo kan ye to ball agum nti o to ball agum ase be kwa kochoki be say opina utwam a hu say ha ball ha ana de wa ha ye betimi apram ana ye betimi clean him anytime ana
enum na ye west say ya use open drains na check open drainage na ye use ya che no eno na emwaye o hwe kwa no nkruma circle na emra na runabout no eda ho no mu no na ye open drains wo side saa oba nima ofri nima ka okudi junction eba no saa gata no en na fa nsuo no kese e de kɔ Kole Lagoon no mu fa all overhead na se kofa commercial bank ho ekomu aha na enu nyina wo hwa enkomfort ball agum nti nsuo no ba na asese ni nyina na de akogu Kole Lagoon no nti no se emra mampanyi John Dramani Mahama tama o ma mo ye Circle Dubai ena odi sa contract no ma so mo nkata so nyina no senka aban a eba 2017 ebedru 2020 4 no enka mo so timi to aso kata so nyina ye kama enka menyi ni senka sa problem we enka ye face ne kese within that catchment area na make no because ho ye one flash pointer enwura tugu o drainage no mu no edoso be wo kata so a ehe na nipa no be fa o de nwura no begum ye wo ba bia o mo aye open spaces a bibi betwo eba ho no mu ayetimi bi ho no mu na yeyi enti nkeno no ebeboaye enti ne wo kasa yenye nu ba bia ye be kata ye drainage so no mene ne nya adwen
malam eno overhead and overpass whatever ekwan kese ase no se drain da ase
drainage wo ho mekaisi
enuasi
mekaisi o mo ye Conti project time na honorable Kovandapo ye Accra mayor no o say honum no filling station na wo ho em say ye Shell na Total o say people no sunsuo sane free first no ho nyina flood enti time na nsuo to en engineer wise ne workers ni engineers any other partners no omo monitor ba bi nsuo no line no fa ena omo edigi fa ekwan na se ena omo ye ya de call ekire ho ba bi a omo afeli sese no omo de fa ho nti ho na nsuo no fa kɔ epunu mu enti sese problem a yenya no enye emu no esi no keke se emu no esi ni de ya ebie so tete anwea no eyi bola no free mu ne ekoso major flooding eye feelings a mo afeli wo wetlands no because nsuo no free people no so na esane ne kwa na atiasan abaiti
yes also feeling it at the cross
yes Felicity Dan eno na
ekɔ stop you
seb o mampenya ko ya stop wo mu be akase wo mu be yi onu mu on be sisa feeling ni nyina na o mu abie kwan ansuo no ba ebenya akɔ na akɔ pie epunum because epuna no nyina o mu afeli ehonu mu nyina esisi bebre ukɔ nkada ko unya akwan anka de wo be kɔtɔ na akɔ hwe ho no ukɔ hwe bebi efre ho glefe gbegbe ise eye bola na o mu afeli na o mu esi dan wo
glefe ho no
yes
eye bola
eye lagoon ene nkofo aklemu claim no so o say ade ba ko amahu ni say very good say nipa be si dan won nsuo ano atena ho no mo but e was say wo ma obi a wo ehun nimdie wo expert no a designer de no engineer no na ye kama wo si dan ni si pillars so a sene wo kan first no na nsuo no kwan daase e bibi bato ho no ma wo behu no wayi na nka ye ho atoye kama say omo atena Netherlands ni other country e say that but ye de pen ye de no na ye soa anadwo midnight a obi a ye adwuma akoda no we say na tipa trucks omo twe waste materials from construction site na omo de be feel ho no mo nti ade be chi anadwo be kono na ade te say people no man level ni nyina nti mu kase mo ba be eyi afiri ho no mo a eno so extra cost nti that is the major problem a ha Ghana mai nti me ahemfo any assemblymen opinion leaders mo nya ade na ma aban ko say aban bibi ba no mo nete ho ana mo na be di kan hu ndo wa report aka aban mra even community me hu baby affairs na nkofo bi te na obi aba ho no ma oba be feel dam bi ewo ahye fulani na oba be ye bibi omo ye de omo ni baby amete na ombe ka kire me ena me so me frɛ me mpanyimfo na ye koye ye frɛ hydro for ma omo buy hydro for no buy na omo be boy design ni omo ye no kire omo ni ombe ye se wo ko wa nsu no twam fa ho kama problem ni ho senka timamufo no ye din na omo am frɛ mpanyimfo a senka problem beba enti no asemo ye kan se ma omo nyai ma assemblies fo nko ma omo nyai ma regional minister ma omo nyai ma president ni aban no any mu media fo ma omo nyai ma mo nko a mo bo hu dewuro ye nyina ye kan hu bom ye kan hu bom a ye betimi akọ atia enye we nko a ti se galam se ye kan se ni nyina is the same line and ye kan hu bom a ye betimi akọ atia but obi efa ni fano no obi afa benkum na o fa chiri na o kwa diska na wa ma oni akono kwa kokko ye enya hwe wo ye na udu lintela ye betimi ba bi ti say danso man there won say wo kasa wo snit flat o te say nanka ahonka wo yes wo ensu na no ye ensu to so the way say ho ya ko e na wo ko a omo ato asase na ma omo eye omo a omo ye foreigners omo sika Nigeria for na doso ho omo na atoto asase no e na omo feeling na omo sisi dan no ni nyina ye started demolition e ho na ye started demolition ya demolish dan ni bebri wo ho no mo enti ye wo se ye toaso na ye demolition ni ebie kwan ni ya na ya ba betena se okay ye pese area hanom no ye besi dan wo ho bete wo se ye engineer no kama aban betimi design apartments wo ho a ye be design a workers benya baby atena a how emma eno no ye design na ye si engineers be ye ne kama ye ne ahemfo no a ho mu claim se ho ye odia ye betimi aka bomu ye ne sei na ensuo ha no mu a wo benya wo chefa aban djuma ye ni benya ne chefa na ahoto aba na wo ko na wo de komo obi a wo no be ba be feel in the ha na odo hawa no kwa ne be china kakra ni na do hawa bro man no enti no e wo se ne ye no e wo se ye ya ahwe yi na adwuma mo boboa ye no nadmo de 24 hours ya ye ready e na ukọ bebia ye wo nadmo staff o mu nyina nso ye de o mu afantiti a o mu kwa o mu timi identify say aha eye nsuo kwan aha nye nsuo kwan ni nyina o mu timi identify o mu ekoye sa report no o mu de ba this assemblies no before mbema permit no I don't know ye consult nadmo fo ana nadmo is on the committee but most of the time no obe kam nyina mu be agree say mu be ye ni obe ba be hunu no obi esi dan no okona okoka obi si o enye hwe anadwo no mu si dan no tama mu si ye no mehu permit u di akira permit ni ho nso na wa fa akiri kwam no o ye adwuma nti enne ye major headache si etimi esi eno ano a ye nya sa problems mate abusuafo ensuo to ye ne nkran se this year why when himsem wa hwehwe bi munuanom bia mu afrefre mu ba bi ebeda ba bi ebetena ye den ye nyina animsem na nadbofo ne enyo ma no pe no mudi nkomo kakra on say ye kan nkran but national level no flood na nkran ko ana flood na nya nkran ko a enya nkran ko because mama starting free hand wo say Accra no Accra da valley mu enti ukolata nsuo na free late popo no so sa na sane sa ba ebefa Kole Lagoon circle na nam popo no so sa ba be se kopu mu uko eastern part of Accra so uko Michel Camp ne Afienya area hono so ye woni free people no so sa fa dodua na no so aba be famu sa na aba abehia wo Klagon ye woni free Valley View University area hono mu so sa no so kura so be fa Katamanso na aba be fa motowi na ase ni nyina be ebehia wo wetland hono mu Ramsar site ho enti no ade a ye ya higher no say sa feelings na me kan no it is reducing the size of the flood plains flood plain uko disaster management na ka se flood plain na baby ensu to a spread kese eyiri ebeba be da ho kakraka throughout the year nyina uko ha obu se na ensu tata ho eno no eni se yesi eno no na nkai wo se ye yebon by ma o mu dua no by to say jene tomatoes ni o mu di ye adwuma enkane no se ukọ ho nyina na sa no mu ye o ma mu ye mu ati se nantwie nti na nkane no na area ho no mu nantwie ni nya nsuo no but outside Accra no ukọ other jurisdictions to say central region central region so say any western region face problems because diversion of water bodies omo divert some of the e de galamsey omo divert ebi nso ebi a construction eno de eyade a abai adwuma odi ahye contractors nsa omo divert river bodies no because omo anye sa omo ntimi nye bridges no ene kwan no but omo no ne ye nadmufo ne assemblies ne ye ne se ensuo beto a ye ne omo nya kasa ka kire omo se ensuo beto nti diversion na mo ye na mo block mumie ne ensuo no nya kwan o se last year uko kaswa na uko winiba ensuo bi dem fifi ho ha omo sa this year o se flooding so ema omo abie kwan no ama ensuo no nya kwan ko enti uko Asinsaf area eno nso sa this time ensuo na yira for kwan ni nyina ma hawa ba ho ama aba keye honorable Felix Ofosu kwachi constituency ho eno nyina no diversion because naturally no nsuo no eda ho no wan fa won san kanu a baby a na mo boy se emfa no ebefa ho no ebebu afa so kura mpo a emu fa so bebre but ya na ye galamsey ye de niom nsake kan de ye nioma ana bia ne akosi bibi onsuo na no enne masa ho hawo no nyina ba enti nadmu no ya step up ye djuma a ye say no 24 hours your teams in all the regions are 24 hours 8 hours you monitor bibi bakke say kurampo no ya develop apps bi UNESCO for aboaye o mo Japanese embassy aboaye ensure ba beto ase na gmet my information no eno so chat box yes ni na ebetimi ama alert say ensure beto na wa ya hweyi ni na ye de mu media for no ebedu on ye de mu be fam bi say na mo so mo bobo ya ama ya bo hu dewuro that's right
baby a anope ma musa be me yetie for ya kakra sa malam eho no dan su beto bia kwan no ukwa enyi oba enyi ya prepare bibia na ya kwan bia pass faso di sa de ni free
se me ka say quinty project no ebe yi flood ni free
but it say that
but in for the omo sa akoka enti ya sama engineers na akọ ekiri akọhwe biom engineers ebi kura akọ omo ahomgye mu nso ye frɛ omo ba beboae ti say engineer wise no ti say Mr ba community finidi say wono ye ncha oka committee na president ye no omo nyina de omo ni akọhwe omo ateki measures a ebeye nsuo no ano brass no a etono ye mobilize teams a omo betitimu ebeyi anwea no ni wura no ewo mu no se ne ebeye a ebetimi amatimamufo ho ahenha omo na ade ba ko a meka ne se equipment range no people no free even far away in Togo cross Ghana from Volta Sahaba besi Accra ha eko Eburi Mountains sa eko kwesi Central region no me hu se nkofo ye wo baby a yesisi dan wo so that say ukọ baby a wo kan yi Dansuma area hono mu esoro hono mu no honom nyina nkofo asisi dan wo dada ba ye wo baby a honom no na ye si dan wo te se dodo aside ho ko sese ya nkofo wini san nkofo epese o musisi dan wo soro ho se ya nya ahweye na ya nsi ano na ekoso na ye yi vegetation no nyina na esi dan a ensuo no to America tu a ensuo no de be sane form no ebe high pa because ukọ kasuwa side ho a to butu a ohun say ya na ensuo to ana asesa anwa be guka kwan no mu emire bi atwa mu far back in 1995 me kaises at time no now I was working with a project under environment ministry minister na ho no ekọ kan ya ahemfo no enti ena omo ema omo tutu anwa no ohun say haye enti say ya hwe ye ne yi sa netie ni nyina ebe ba bedru mebi no ensuo na esane ba form no edoso because enwura no glass no ena control ensuo no ena ma ensuo no ba kakra enti wuyi na anwa no beda wa na wo ebeba street na hohoro anwa no enti na ma enye say ye engineers no omo nya adwumo
na emu omo kan yemfa
okay. This is Garrett project, no. Garrett project is helping the region, right. But we should also help. I was saying,
maybe it's the first light. That's one.
Yes. So. Omoye bi ho. Omoye drain ho. Ewo Accra Academy area ho. Omoye. Also still a ho flood. And no ye wo hotel bi wo baby asa Takoradi station no no. Ya si be yi e ho no. Si etimi yi ho no ye sacrifice ho na yi a. Na ye redesign ho. Yi sa hotel no na redesign ho no mu a.
You need sa academy say be yi.
Ye betimi yi efiri.
Da be. Because ka hotel am maka of anchor there no. Yeah so.
Ni nyina
also filling station.
I was say there nice.
What about no so no.
Ni nyina o say Carnation no. Ehonum so omo odre na ehye ase saa ba runabout obi chebi lamte circle honum ni nyina ensuo ni nyina fa honum na eba saa na akofa Japan Motors area honum na ekọ ni nyina etimi titimu na yeyi honum a ebeboa ye ama ye ho atoye
okay bi so far dem say be a report na koyen akwa Greater Accra Central Region
and na Western Ashanti region so FCB Ashanti region so flooding situation and also ye omo sisi dan wonsu anu sa omo diverting nsu won say ade ba ko a e ha adwen ni say me kana me bogalam say won say nsu no it is networked naturally ni yame bo nsu no ti say river price e fa ne source free Ekwawu mountains e cross Eastern region be cross Central region efa Central and Western temo ansa na akọ epum enti wo konfinfin na wo diverting nsuo no ba ko mienu o baby a communities a mo bemben ho downstream especially nsuo no ba na ebufa so a be communities no wo ko etiwa emre bi etwa mu be se etiwa nsuo yiri fa wo nsutobre because of the activities of Galamsey because mo diverting water bodies no and o mututu baby eni se o mutu enti nsuo nso to bebre 5 hours 3 hours 4 hours a wo se na nsuo ni na ebu afa so enti no yen ka se mo muntu good no ba wutu a e wo se wo moye guide wo na wo ye se me net ye na wo ye no wo se na how na free ho.
That's right. They say communities are more nsuo no mu de ateche no mu de for na intimi nya hwe mfa ho
se wuti ateche mu a na nyame aboa wo na se wo anwu a tufiri ho no mu because nadmofo na omo ye search and rescue no omo so ye nipa
okay
omo ye nipa eduru baby a soldier for navy for ni 48 engineers omo ba mu beboa ye omo ye human being na say ya na me hwe TV ewo em say Italy onkofo bi ko share poase rocks bi ase omo ye bibi na omo ko share ho no mu soldier for ni divers ko ho so omo kwa koyi omo ye ya soldier ni ba ko yu ho no they stopped they are human beings they are not magicians edu na me hu say me nso me nkwa wo danger they will leave you. Enti no the best thing is say you two for say jai mentna hanumu I was all parking now free one.
That's right.
Ebi abuso me mienu miensa bi echi no nsuo no tia ubetimi akwa ye ho ye no atena ho ba wunim say ritually every year nsuo to nsuo ba mfi a rainy season ba no park on your man no free because we need baby tena we need scar de be kwa kosi foforo we need scar de be kwa rent foforo enti no we yes a ebeboa.
That's right.
And na ade ba ko nso a mehu ni say eye omo ewo abrutri outside na businessmen na omo wesikafo no omutimi obitimi twa photo kire ni say oh hanu mu asase da hanu mu eye kama nsu no ni akuna mani ska bebre ni akwa kutua ka ni ato ho ama no na opese osi dan One ankasa won fa na nim behwe on consult engineer bi ma ne design bi kama mfa man say we ye ni say na beboa obo so no mo ato anwa ye betimi afeel ho asi dan ama no mo feel e bi so ti oman yi mu mo ye okọ lakeside ya identify sa problems ni be lakeside company no omo ankasa de they don't have problem but omo toto asase won chen no omo na high omo kwa obehu se storm drain na no say your primary drain your secondary drain your tertiary drain tertiary drains akese no hydro for the control eno any secondary drains ni bi na assemblies no ne yentimam for ne control primary drains no primary drains no na feed into secondary na tertiary intino tertiary drains no akese na asase de dan chen na bafa no a boy nyina ye ho ban no oba na obehu a na langard de hu ne ho agim na mo aton ho no mo ama no na mo fele na mo sidan o china bo se na ye frɛ nadmo na ye frɛ o mampanyi na ye frɛ regional minister entino se yetimi esisa ne o manano a ye ho be high.
That's right. I was for anopense ye nya bre ama na for the anante but the tennis the allergy kan nyina no se be adwuma ade se menu mi no ono nko ntimi nye na nanbo fo nko ntimi nye nanbo fo be ka wa anya enyi advice no so ya say ya che ya moma ne nye brano why the obon ya monta nkenye mu
nanbo de ye adwuma throughout the year
that ya say
every season bia ne problem a edeba dry season say na fires ne bakese ye wo program answer na dry season beba no ye nitimemu for kasa answer na rainy season beba no ye wo ne edi na ye wo hotspots aye nim say rainy season and dry season na yare we na taba ho eno so ye ne Ghana Health Service for ne assemblies no
before insu beto mu ye sancheche
ye papa ye gusu bra ye nyai
before insu ne beto because he said insu ne 20 mu ye ne sisi
ye gusu ye
nim se mo be ya ansa ne insu
ye egusu ko se wo ya won't mean stop
okay
I was say to aso ye intensify education and sensitization and baby I was say your koko take steps bi na ebia bibi wo honum na ye yi free honum no etimi koko yi mi nim say adwuma ne ntimi nye no one day but kakra ye be kwa akudru baby a ye pese koko
yate anopay ye bedase aha nso so no bire bia ye say de o kan sem border rule mo pese ye border rule bia no mo de mutia na so akwanya na wode ma why say ye nso ye social services ma ba ko nie ai betimi ye de aboa yi nyina ho nye say sika nko an ye pe sika de na nso enkwan de sika beba ntino na do fo so do sabria na de oboni ade ne koso a ya mo fa no mensi mo miente mo nka
e da se bebre se so ama ekwan oko weja ti setitegu weja SCC oblogo aplaku botiano adakope ash bread white cross wiabuman chokome eho nyina nsu akika eho ye downstream ena ukọ akraman mass akramaman new site ayikan do ena papa ni nyina ho ya ashalaja area ho nyina nsusu afa ho nyina ni nyina nsu ye human activity
we nka ye don tosifo ho nenso eja ntosifo ntosi ni nkruma
eho ye
ni nya ado
eho very good for farming
ena chinchina ye se betina ya kwa ko ba no alaji anope be dase papa wa me ye brain we na before no obema ye afuto kakra say afuto de nkru nipa nti ba bi obi awa wuti anope nadbufo de na aka jo
yo mutie anope ya ade ba ko an ye beka ni se ansa na nsuo beto no se ne me kan se ye education and sensitization no nsuo e ba beto a e wo se wuhu se ahanom me fie ahanom nsuo to a nsuo ba ha kese enti no men kase nsuo no ba wo de ubetimi de emoba blocks ananse enua atoto so a wo befa so de aba ofie wo yesa e do hawo bebre bebro ena ne to so mienu so yewo enkofo bebre wo hono mu a ensuo no to a flood waters no eya no omu yusu e de hohuru omu ni omamu ebi di si omu ni oma menye saade no wo ya e de hawo beba e de yare beba
ensuo na iri no kono
flood waters no bebre e yusu because eya na bi ho a omu community no pipe ensuo no de ma omo ana borehole no ninya de ma omo na wo borehole na se ensuo yiri na se ensuo no bufa so na ensuo no komu a mensa borehole no enyusu bio
okay
open borehole enye na e pump ni bi ensuo no komu a menyusu bio mensa sa ensuo no emfa nsi onioma menkasa o metimi di aye enioma nkitenkite mi de behoho me bonsu mu eno nyina enye ensuo to na se ensuo ba ofie a o pillow o mattress o nioma wo hye ensuo aba befo no menkasa chinchina aya ateche no okwa akohohoro obi ho a obehohoro nso odi ensuo hohoro pa na wa start use won fa disinfectant bia enso wo yesa obenya yare enti enu se ye bepa omu chonso ma omu nye enu achi nso eya na sockets ewo ye dan ho ensuo ni yiri na basoro a ensuo no timi komu enu se wunim na se wo de wonsa koka ebe shoko you be electrocuted enu ensuo tonso na se wonam na wo hu se electricity cables bi atisensen ho na dansuo no mu a memme ho ukotie mu a ebe shoko ebe kiki enu bebre ya na ta kum nkofo enu achi nso wo drive light vehicle saloon cars obehu se obeba bedru kwa bi mu no eye de bia bebi a wo fa enso na nsuo na yira akata ho nyina side drains wo ho no mu ne nioma wo se o metimi de meka na afem wo de fam a ebetimi atwe car no de akọ mekai se tamale woman bi oso kwa akọfa ne ba wo school ne car ne 4x4 nsuo no eto na wo di speed na mu nsuo no twe no ko ma wo wi nti no sa nioma ni nyina wo se enipa ya ahwe yi wo ho ena apart from eno no so your school nkwada nsuo to a nsu to brei nkwada o mu ko school o mu namba bia walkways a ye di enua na aye obehu se bi ho no na enua so na o mu fa ko school ebi ho a bridge no nsuo timi yiri efa so wonim se o ba ko school sa area na enne nsuo to anopai memfo so chinchina se o ba no won fa mu ko school ebi na ye dakope ma ne ntina fie wo ba no wo school mu na se nsuo no so to a wo teacher number friend no ka chen se me ba no ma ne ntina ho no nsuo no ti a me ba be fa no ni nyina ya
bi nsuo yira fa se school so ho
bebre
ntomo o mende
ukọ weja emre bi a ye ko ho no no omo de canoe ena na omo de paddle across firi omo fi eko school omo pon a satam na ye wonadmo staff bi onna na guide omo ye diver onna na guide omo e de omo cross ena ye catch ahemfo no so omo mboa na nka ye nya bridge ho bet ukọ about two communities a omo ye bridge afaso the problem no e da ho ho enti omo no e wo se omo ye ahwe yi sa private school no kra em so omo close school no ena enioma ye mpese omo ye bebre nso ye eni se uswimu udware wo flood waters mu udware mu ade wo how bebre beba eni se wonum sansuo no ena memfa nsi onioma memfa no aduane ena eno achi nso eya na after flooding no ba be recovery no a was a evacuate free ufie ho because you na to na afa dynasty no ebia na wiki dynasty beti medwure egu was a engineers ba o mo ye experts e ba be hwe dan no se ne obeya obetimi aye ni kama ansa na wa ba betina mu
okay
ensuo no to sa no a ayiro no so etimi fa reptiles te se wo ene mo bone scorpion
den chem ne adi
nyina etimi de o mo ba fie enti ni nyina no e wo se nipa wo ya hwe ye wo dware sansuo no anything can happen enti sa ne o mani nyina e wo se ye ahwe wo ho
that's it
enti baby anadmo aye shelters no hono mu nso ye kasa ye more advice say to free fie na kotena ho a ye serewa
you see am shelter ni bi we
ye wo bebre all the flood prone areas ya ye wo identified safe havens ebi o ho a e ya asore dan ene ye ne asore fo no anya nkita hodie age ebi o ho a na ye school ebi o ho a na ye masalachi nye omuye dosu bebre no ena ya na epe open space ni abundance e di amom nti sani o mani nyina ye wo san hihye ni nyina wo ho nti ye director general Dr. Major retired Dr. Joseph Kuon any management any ye friend say ye board governing council no omo agina ho denden dia omo so eboa say binya akade aye de beye adwuma na ye ya na esre other institutions to say your sister institutions to say police, fire service, yeah, not to me, 40 me boa with any oma. Not more here, you see, you coordinate both government and non-governmental resources to manage disasters.
Okay.
Into most of them, you hear your mobile breed. You hear your mobile breed apart from food items, you hear equipment, you hear vehicles, your pickups are used to buy boy and my baby. And so it's my dream. And so, because we call all the 16 regions are not more your offices or you hear motorbikes because your staff now or more monitoring a bio honoma who is or munna mobile because and your money in a to me yanina emre baku pemu and famomo but timamufo ne institutions nso boaye bia ebe boaye ama yedwuma no akoso yi because the demand on Nadumu is very very high especially during the rainy season.
Okay.
A do super more day more shit into monso mo de wuro ni bi na mo boaye na enkofo emoaye kaka.
Yate. Now finally before obekono meka once oba me can say last year President Echo from Noah Coordinate kakra with the Deputy Chief of Staff but a report any whole recommendation adwuma no yaye
eno yaye adwuma no a whole report the minim say on a daily basis and from time to time no omo brief president because it is part of the national security measures aban de egu for me say obebotima mu for ho ban entino national security for Kahu, Nadumu Kahu, assemblies Kahu, regional minister, chief of staff, Standobi, any DNM. Omuna a report to my president, a brief on near a course of say, Sadi, a sino, or must step on Mona. Yeah, Entino.
There's a one a flood you and a money and
oh, say even in the 30s, Titina craft like the best, say no annoy shit. Intina ye ka ho asem because Accra is a low lying area but ye betime sia no sa document na ekura no o de nya time na kenkan o kenkan o behu the researcher investigations are here all the flood prone areas in Accra and na ya propose solutions intini this wa ebeboy sa solutions no near eye emu key and my president is our committee no enti Nadumu director general so we gina ho ne mpanyimfo ne regional minister ne omo ka ho se ye beye adwuma na yama obi aho ato no
right Abranaa so ni arefo anopai wasungusu awiti no mabedwafo no beba alaji anopai wa ye adwuma nyankopon sha ye da asese to nsafra so no utimi bae ensi ha brano ebeta na odi nkomo tiebusua anopai mi de alaji be se friend Alhaji Muhammad Abubakar from a senior officer inspectorate department Nadumu headquarters anopai on a boy na sanche training na komodie nkitahodie oni ebedie baby adri na gina home na afi mini abidwafo no so ato no pen komo e ho no yetumi dia bro nti alaji once again yedase nyame yaduma brano obeta aba why yedase obo aduma pa yemfa nisia na afi mi twa me ho aba me koba mabidwafo kam ho na no pay nkitahodie ho no yetumi dia bro say in South Africa for na by adu ma wa to LGBTQ+ whatever and parliament also passing the aka no president be asente changes be ne be mu anope yedi nyina be ma me ba sisia.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved. Peace of mind is very essential in your journey to success. For Akwesi Papa, peace of mind means having a proper covering over his family. literally. For Araba, aka Injection Mama, it's about having the funds to complete her advanced nursing course. And as for Corporal Odami, it's as simple as reporting on time for his shifts. Sometimes all you need is a simple push. At Needs Microfinance, we have tailor-made loan packages for salaried workers under the Controller General's Department. With the low interest rate and quick wahala-free process, you are guaranteed of a timely solution to get back that peace of mind, literally in 30 minutes. Needs Microfinance. Growing with you.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to Accra.
Sure. Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check. Visit AutoChecks at Koforidua Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. Auto checks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
Check, auto checks. If I cry na menyisika, edia ye mefui.
Ehinfa pa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre me busia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yema kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekukuro bosia, susu account, and it so wɔ hɔ savings account, me bada chain savings account, and the keka ho. Press Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so what to me aka sɛ.
Suhum Rural Bank. Ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank. Enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Hello, sir.
Yɛma hwɛfo akɔ aba yɛnto aso mfɛmfɛ na anɔpɛ yɛ abadwafo atena se nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛtumi de ato aso wɔ ha ɛnso so yɛtumi de ama earlier on yɛne nadmofoɔ no agye bredi nkɔmmɔ anɔpɛ ɛwɔ Abranaa so baabi aduri make us say okɔ the MPP amanyɔkuo no ma ɛba nkitawudie wo nsɛm so asese wagye atom sɛ owurada na ni Titus ana ni kɔ Titus Global ɔna yɛ ne kasamafo ne campaign anamboa sɛ official nti amasama broni wɔ ha anopay on ne gina mu di ama di MPP ni din ye Ibrahim Kamadin ba ne broni ni nti ama sama de okwa broni bi ene ono nko ana o ye ho akwaba
meje super Agya Wusu boko na wo se
do body ase ye ho ye ba sanso so na me ka se Don Emmanuel Agbanyo Vice President Ghana School of Law Makola Campus anopay ono so ha Chief akwaba na ho ye de that's right that do body ase quickly ye hwe eno na fresh ye be ba so de bet flood in who asem ba so ye di nkomo bia de amasama broni kra de em se mehu se OMP nemu wo nsu cho sa Jerry Ahmed aswodin ana ye weja ho okay amasama okay aswodin ana se ye ne yani ntimi fa ne ma bi ntutu yi amasama
okay Agya Wusu we de mamintia wahwefo na minsan wishi minuano Muslims are celebrate Salah na nsen barka da Salah na asa mi ba ekura wo di Salah no kra chen
sawo
and anke wo say minya say but it's all good so
Barka de Salah to all Muslims across the world. Yeah, born person Senyamia Duma next year by now. Obi bia ni bota ya edane ni mu Nyankopon bema ebebem. Na nia eto so ni say Mesa da over the weekends. Say that okay, and over the week, no, that's on the 28th. Honorable Titus Glover, the incoming national organizer of the New Patriotic Party, shared me in Union by appointing me as the deputy spokesperson for the campaign. Na yenya konya eko ya flag bearer ho Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bamia Emma oko yiye chere say we na ye ne campaign team a ono mu bedi ejuma.
Right.
Na me so me danase me share Honorable Titus Glover boss me danase na confidence na wa repose in me no me justify adia ohun wa me hu emonu appointee me no I'll justify that confidence. And just as the last time the campaign occurred, this time around too is the same thing. Okay. Yeah, your campaign is devoid of insult. We have message, so we address issue. You need time for trivialities, and I say you better call personal attack because we share campaign now. You know the front runners and NDC for the comfortable lead. You know, so we wouldn't be distracted by any other comment. Very soon, no. Immediately after the constituency elections, no, Senyami Aduma will hit the road. But before them, there are certain stakeholders engagements via Honorable Titus as started to say, oh yeah. So from time to time, but on air like this, I'll update your party members as to Nyama Ekosu within the Honorable Titus campaign team. That's right. Then Yamidibe chat was say, so on the 25th, you submitted petition my IGP. Last me by me kind me update money that me buy one can one asem and say yes say IGP be invite here and case on call arrest on invite because one of Moamu brother one make allegations the baby and I say on invite you now because information we as a police in thrive on information citizens be volunteer and to say over this wealth of information and I say officially say police headquarters so ben wahaya but the very better TV so akadia then it's only right and proper say IGB friend no aka chen say honorable Mr. Mugabe information we here na ye dia di ho adwuma so that the crime rate in Ashanti region now can be subsided. At least crime won't mean eradicate crime completely, but at least you can minimize it and say we'll call on the IGP. So far 1 week BBI, but we hope say going forward maybe from next week now IG are active so that the class society now you're introducing in Ghana where people are arrested based on their before you be arrested I say you share party ben now dom we are sikena now hieni we are kokoa now we are tumtum we are not now we are sad na no you mpese ebe thrive because the constitution of Ghana no the lawyer waha assume say nyina ye equal before the law. No segregation. You don't deal with any Ghanaian citizen based on certain criteria. Now we're dealing with Ebinum differently.
That's yes.
All right. Now,
flood issues.
Flood issues. This is idea. Brofokasem, a perennial issue.
Yeah.
It started at least meaning crab. Semi start your wound or mom will be a mini kind of Rollins Eba. No, Abel Gatamu, no, Titi Gatamu. But still, we don't address the issue. The coming year now, but a woman, President Kufobe, Alaju Gatai. Alaju was one of the flood-prone areas in Accra then times. But even though Omaya big gata, Minkai the last time I met to say, maybe a year to that level. But basically, no, okay, Ghana and Accra for that matter. Accra is the capital, so let me dwell much on Accra. Yes, the truth is that your municipal assemblies are failure. You see, the lands are vested in chiefs. Is that it? Yeah. But you see, municipal assemblies so for the local level.
Okay.
So ohinibi one asasi. Municipal assembly, it is not for you. So you say, oh, Rema Cotton. That's not. But when it comes to the development of that area, the municipal assembly has control. Okay. So I feel that some areas we were within Greater Accra, buildings are springing up. And Kasambo was say move in immediately, no demarcated areas, no. Okay. So there been a proper layout. Now, ABS say revenue be no mudi be council, or be your permitter, no mudi account. Now, microphone or maton assassin on betua. That is fine. But it's like we sit down or him ana ahimfo no maton assassin no. Anywhere individual be a person on Sibia OC. What to conquer other countries are. And area behind it will building be open. Yeah. There are some places that are high-rise buildings. So we should be able to have areas. I bet Mark as for a hardie. This is a type of building structure. I was say and any proper planning. I call Antalya. I will take I think somewhere 2019. Very well developed area. But even with that, you still see design or more draw projecting the next 20 years how Antalya should look like. Okay. But even they are still projecting, say, there's more room for, yes. Because Saudi, say, 2023, make I had like this. Almost vision 2030. Okay. How Saudi should look like. How to promote, or maybe you see Saudi that promoted tourism. Because Omo will say, oil, no, like what Dubai has done, it's just about trying to diversify economy. And Ubaya Sanoa, you need to have proper planning. Yeah. We all travel sometimes to this Dubai. Now, of course, Jina Baj, Khalifa, and Sanyama, to try picture. Oh, never, try ticket in Koho. I don't think so. Obi, they try ticket, sir, or Bakroma, and so many may you fun. Unless you do a research, then you do a better. So, most times, I don't even know who to say, Josie. Yes, sorry, I know Yakubu amount of dying, but we don't punish the people who have issued them the permit to build. You would yes, somebody must suffer it. If it is assemble, I was say me and assemble now my permit and a makosi. Then the next minute, whether regional minister or whoever, at the bulldozer, at the bois, I need to sue the assemble because they granted me the permit. Sure. Before they granted me permit, who has you said baby, I may call this Jumano. Are you okay? Yeah. That's why you've given me the permit. Okay. So because see, that's a ban say that place is flood prone now. I may not be a technocrat. And into me permit who are engineers for them to come to the site. And we know say most of these engineers hardly even move to the site. They approve some of these permits without even knowing maybe or approve it. Okay. But on cover because they going to be a moving within a special wager area. Some municipal engineers say they will never approve any of this permit for people to go. But even granted me, but to say you can educate me say yes, it's how to see that every lentil level and what's a young Buddha. So there are people or more scar within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which means far area be not every lentil. Yeah. With the notion say, Yabeka say, don't mean building into. Okay. I think these are some of the things. If government is also suffering by paying compensation, government through the municipal assemblies will be proactive. In fact, some of this, I feel so most of our municipal MMDCs, we only appoint them based on say party. Okay. There are no KPIs given to him. And to another some comma, or who say President Amami KPIs, and I mean instead of local government, Amami KPIs. 1 year down the line, means me there 3 or 4. It can call for my dismissal. So they are not taxed. Or if you say the more or dealing with party grassroots down there, that they like him.
But Muslims as a 70 assembly engineers, which IMC may not be involved. Engineers, the technical one, no Muslim, the permits, need the honking on. I'm not sure say a quarter MC table so sign for a permit.
No, I think there's a portion that it goes to the was in the MC's office. I want where there's a portion that more. Assembly meeting the I forgot committee. I think what's committee they meet for give clearance for the engineer to do some of these things. At least summer, you know the municipal assembly there used to be something like that. Okay. So I'm saying that we should look at it both ways. No building if he's suffering, no man the permit should also suffer.
But no that's right. But remember, Abranaa suni why now? Mame fa kwenya we suna menka say 1 million codes program no eguso. Now ensha ban de ato led by the Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations. As well, Mark Kwenya Ghana for say digital world no. And no ye bibia one year one ye could be any say digitalization whatever digital skills no be here be and so here be am here be and ministry no my sakwanya we now 1 million codes program no wa wutie me baby a wa hwe me bia say ye dwadini we school ni we crutch ni o child we professor whoever say otimi do ho hyem bi na akwanya na ba say first eba na ye 1 million coders na se bi wom nti we no de di nkan no wo do ho be kwa kwhyem bi obi nka se kotua kapre ana asempo a se otimia training ni bi na wankasa wo ben ho na ba se yemfa digital ni dwuma abefo ntentan no so a wonso akwadre mu betimi ayi bi ontimi ontwen se nkrofo bebre adwuma wo ye no mutifie digital na afi wo bo adwuma bosome so ani etua nka ebi okura day na onye sika nti be kakra na enye se nyina ekura hama necheso whatever obi a wotie mi anope na wo hwe mi anope no onso 1 million coders program no betimi do ho ahyem bi na kwa be so na befa odo ho behyem obe registration na ongoing registration no obeko www.1millioncoders.gov.gh me says su biem se be ya anopa wutimi abetimi do ho ahyem bi www.1millioncoders.gov.gh na afi wakọ register menu hu mfrim fa ho hyem bi 1 million coders program no ene be part of it na afi digital transformation na Ghana yepe no yentimi nro ntutu fie through that ebia na wo twen bi bikase bi ema ya we nkakra so yedidi ho amount for digitalization no they say obi wo ha wo hyede mu nko ba bia no a through digital means no na kakra ba obotum the government of Ghana and through the Ministry of Communications akonyo mo de mine no kwa registration e free anopa ba bia obi a no www.1millioncoders.gov.gh na afi wonso wetimi do ho ahyem bi e free why enti call na afi fa ho bi well done yeah this flood issues eba na yaka abaye beka nka ekwa nka ya find a solution to it but we can't do that.
Yeah, thank you very much. I would want to extend my greetings to the people of Ghana and those of my constituency, which is represented currently by Abranaa, Ketu North, and the region I emerged from, Volta region. They should be watching out for Don Emmanuel Agbanyo.
Okay.
I am intending to or aspiring to contest for the Deputy Secretary of the region.
Okay.
Because I have contested as a parliamentary aspirant for 3 times.
Okay.
At the Ketu North before my brother. Yeah. So when it comes to flooding, like you rightly said, and the director of NADMO who was here, they go to the ground, assess what the damages are. I'm sure they're able to establish what the problem is and how it ought to be solved. But it has become a ritual. Day in, day out, year in, year out. It has become a devastating practice. Like it's something that we are used to now. But the truth is this: why are those institutions like towns and country planning and other organizations that have been mandated, have been paid to assess these problems and address them? What exactly do they do with the report or the solution they propounded or prefer to those problems? Where are they? How are they implementing same? For me, I think that those who are being mandated to do these things are failing us.
Okay.
As simple as
the
that.
Assemblies?
Yeah, the assemblies are failing us. Because, of course, if you identify a problem and you can't resolve it for year in, year out, and we come back again when it's a rainy season, then why are we even wasting money paying those people? Why are we wasting money keeping people in those institutions? That is what we should be asking ourselves.
Okay.
The truth is that you have gone to assess the situation, you have found out that these are the problems, and yet you can't implement the outcome. And then we come back again.
Responsibility, at least. You are buying a land, but beware.
The former director just rightly said that some people are outside this country and they will send money to somebody. And unknown to them, innocence, so somebody go and buy you Agya Wusu, a land, and you knew that you are not in this country. You can't go visit the site. Locus income. You can't visit the site to see exactly what is there, but only to build a very nice and beautiful Gothic luxurious house. And only to find out that it's a flood-prone area.
Yeah.
And which, of course, they ought to be demolished. And even sometimes, these demolitions, sometimes I see it very suspicious, sometimes.
Okay.
Because, fine, if there are issues of flood, and the problem is to create a drainage or create a way for the rains or the storms to subside, and you go and just demolish somebody's house. Sometimes they use this as a way of political victimization. Okay. Let's be truthful. Sometimes we pretend like we are ostriches trying to run away from the truth. Yeah. But the truth is also that they had access. Some people have been living there for like many ages. Some people have been living in the areas that are flood-prone area. Are you telling me over 30 years or 40 years, even some 40 years, 50 years before I was born, you are telling me that because of the building they put up there, that's what's causing the flood? That is a palpable lie to my perspective and opinion. Yeah. And I believe that the drainages they have identified, the systems they have proposed to solve the problem, they are there lying on the shelves.
Okay. They don't act on it.
So call them and ask them that why are the solutions they prepared to this problem last year? Where have they implemented them? Okay. They should take you to the site. I can assure you they will not be able to take you. It's not about one government. It's not about NDC government. It's not about NPP government. It is a systemic problem that ought to be solved.
Some places are no-go area like the Ramsar site. You don't need any technocrat to tell you that this is not a place to build. It's a Ramsar site.
So are you saying that we are not in this country for people to go and be there not one day, not 2 days, for years before we get to know that these are places that is a no-go place and people have built very gothic houses? Are there no people supervising? Are there no people in charge? Are there no people being paid for that?
People are being paid for.
So this is where the question lies. People are being paid that don't allow people to step here because it's a no-go place. And you still allow them to go. And still allow them to do what they have to do. And then after that, you will now come out as if you are now waking up from your deep sleep. Or you are now resurrecting from death. And now you are going to demolish a hard-earned investment of someone, and that person may never rise again. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why can't somebody be responsible by discharging his or her duty or obligations or official duty has been assigned? That, like my brother rightly said, how can an assembly approve building permit without visiting the site? Where are those people in the office doing?
But as the assembly also tell you, most of these houses, they don't have any permits. They are just there.
No, why would you? Okay, are you telling me that
within the assemblies, they will tell you those people are not having any permits.
Meaning that there are no supervisions of all the layout they have in their jurisdiction, like the assemblies. They don't have any supervision whatsoever to know what's going on in the entire layout of their jurisdiction or area. That is a palpable lie.
Okay.
Somebody just reneging on their duties, and that is a fact. You see, when they identify the problem, I'm sure it passes through some hierarchy of authorities that must act. That is where lies the problem.
Okay.
They are not able to act and decisively, because I know you, Agya Wusu. You know me, Don Emmanuel. I know my brother. And so one way or the other, we'll sweep it under the carpet. And that ends it. For how long can we continue this and keep coming to the same thing? I'm sure by next year, by this time, we'll be sitting here. Is it not like we are making fun of ourselves? It's ridiculous. Yes. And that is exactly the situation we are in now. It's like we pretend to be solving the problem when it arises, and when it's over, we've forgotten. We are merrymaking, we are dancing, we are singing, and that is our nature. And we ought to call it a spade, a spade, a spade. Let's also look at the fact that the individuals, let's say, when it's raining heavily, let's say I'm driving in town, it's heavy. Like the director already said, some people will pack their waste bins and dump all the waste into the rain, and it's not moving, and that is also our Ghanaian attitude, all of us. And then it blocks the flow of the water and begin to divert into homes. And before you realize, the entire house of someone is immersed. Yeah. That is exactly what we are doing. And we do it consistently. Even as we speak, let it start raining right now. Even when somebody has listened to us here, Agya Wusu, he will go back or she will go back and do just that.
The same place.
The same place. And when the flight comes, they are appointed as government. Who is government? You are part. You are one. You voted. You are in that community. You live in that house. So where is the government?
Okay.
Sometimes it's like we're ignorant of exactly what we say. Because the truth is that we are the government. And if something is happening in your home and you are now blaming government, I'm surprised.
Right.
So we should tell ourselves the truth, that we are part. And those who are appointed as officials or people to subpoena or supervise these things are also part of them.
Some people are supposed to be held responsible for
exactly. Exactly. So when floods emerges like this and it's causing devastating news all over, the assemblies, I mean, whoever is in charge of the assembly, apart from the MC, DCs and whatsoever, somebody should call them to order. They are reneging on their duties. They are becoming like a waste, and they ought to be called to order.
Okay.
Yes.
Mate, nti de ho no ojetum say nyina ebi da wo mu adwuma so adwuma na yeso wo ye no ono na adwuma ne ye de ahye ne sa oje ho akatua oje ho allowance oje bibia still onye na nka ye nwanwa sa assembly betina wo na edan assembly no ye demolish no na ni assess atra first said in the city demolish and na mancrofo do mo adwuma so ye next issue we dey partial enra parliament me hu baby LGBTQ plus bill no koi ya pass it baby edru no ya twen man panyi Amazon Bruni.
Well, you are dear friend me do for dada mia
enu ya dey
me do for dada me enu no nti ase
bill I pass ni me do for dada mia o twin and I mentioned that to us.
It was easy. NDC, Philly say elections are winning. It's like the mantra President Mama Carr said, Ghanaians have short memory. So more winning with this huge margin there. The Ghanaians will not be able to decipher from propaganda and reality. Bill are now pushy. Senanado and signing. You were 100% sure say bill will be problem. And then now push say Danado signing. We will be to me we work amended that bill. And according to parliamentarians be here, 31 portions of it have been amended. NDC and deny it. The majority in parliament, they've not denied that. Look, even if you amended one portion of that bill, it tells you say no one can sign no Piama Nanado so on sign no problem. And minority leader Eka ni comment or make you or any submission make you a parliament say. Now there are certain portions in the bill. Catch on say no. Omuntinasi at committee level, no one discuss it because if it goes out there, there will implications be and repercussions be. Minority see that. Then time minority NDC. Almost see that omuntina. But they should pass it as it is. Now waba all of a sudden, you notice there were one or two defects be than this amendment and a wakwaye. So where were you pushing for Nanado to sign? Defective amendment bill. Is that what it is? To the extent that look. In reality, they have passed the bill. It's passed. But they have watered down the effect of the bill.
How?
And this is in literature. who person on card there hash, but you use euphemism so that anybody will feel the impact of the harshness of it. And then yeah, local language and local parlance. Oh, koka sem say ebia ohinewu. You don't go say oh ohinewu. Wadani benkum so. So that at least even though you've communicated, you know, but the effect, you know, is a bit less. You see, Ghanaians will see through. Now, when you say any offense, previously no offense, they say any offense. Say obi because of person unchanging agenda, any offense according to this new law. And anybody who is offering legal services and medical services to obia also or a gay, there's no crime to it, there's no punishment to it. Previously, you couldn't do that. So what have you passed? If there are loopholes for people now to offer all those services, obia will do 18 years, but now Kwaka say, obey surgery. Changing the gender, and that can be done. Well, then it's better say you this bill say as a Ghana, yeah, your position as a you say you support it and I against. Shakespeare will tell you, you drink deep or you taste not. You see, they knew very well say this idea so and with international implications. So okay, one person the Western world will say, okay, even though you are passing, but yet then any hash to say Senegal for the Gambia for the normal person say, look, now even the definition of gender according to this bill is still problematic. So look, very soon, I'm saying that this fight should not even be the fight for the minority.
Okay, but
it should be the fight for the religious leaders.
Okay, maybe
to see that
they're okay. Say no defect. Ne defector ekoto mampanyi ni ma obetimi aye changes ana mampanyi betro bi ade nti a on sign and I want me assent, then it goes back to parliament for a amendment ye husa ana
say afena ko mampanyi ni on assent ye
any way dia o say omunim say defect wo mpanso no mu pia say mampanyi akufu adon sign
no me kan want ya say me say me Sam Georgia ye pass we no ni parliament o Onwa or sponsor of the bill, no ni parliament. Honorable Bejira, no ni parliament. Sponsors of the bill, I also move and debating. No more they were absent because on them say no opushima and another they the same thing. And then omu passino. So I am fair until we omu free parliament. But you see, me can say, me catch another say on sign no. Now would you think say, hey okay. BBA and touch him up pepe and now see Nanado signing. But Nanado unsign no because you see Nanado unsign was because that issue work out. And court in decided issue in way, then we'll see the way forward. But anyway, was sign or unsign you, he's no more the president.
Okay.
And what that I'm saying is now push him Nanado. I don't feel it's a problem behind him. How can we buy as a what amend it? So then what were you pushing for him to sign? That means one person what you to say now pushing money so on sign no. Now we want say one person for achieve political agenda be.
Okay.
What I say? Because Santa amount for it say and a minority then the majority FM say we go na international can one because there are certain part of portions of the bill now you're passing the sana internationally there may be repercussions.
Okay.
We see international and we want to amemone wie no anaze say amobu o man say say the mumu hu say akonya da ho say wo say ya amend way ye di kwa abonte a enye we ye passing say the etina enye what else they should come and give explanation to Ghanaians why previously it was A now you think it must be B. They should tell Ghanaians. And I'm saying that the religious leaders, the CSO, all of them will read this bill. Okay. And within the coming week, you will hear it. Yes. I'm telling you that this bill, like this, the way it is, even President Mama will not even sign it. He will bring it back to Parliament. I want to believe in him and give him that benefit of the doubt. So anyway, no, the NDC say Nana don't sign it. Okay. So he cannot sign something differently.
But that's it. Done.
Yeah, thank you very much. My brother rightly put it. For me, if there are defects in those acts or bills that have been passed, that will be assented to by the president. The president, very intelligent and very discerning president, he will not sign. But where we sit, I think that my brother might get some of them wrong. That transgender is permitted, and other.
I didn't mention transgender.
I think he said So, for me, that is a miscommunication, misinformation, and we ought to state the fact that that is not what the bill says. The bill is against those transgender, lesbianism, homosexualism, everything that comes with any unnatural carnal knowledge of a man to a man, woman to woman, everything concerning that has been outlawed by this bill.
Okay.
And so what the bill sought to state, which my brother maybe might have misquoted, is the fact that if, let's say, you have a medical condition that is seriously you are in the balance of life and death, that medical condition ought to be corrected by surgery, operation, surgical operation. That is permitted, so that it will not look like because of the bill you can't even do surgery. So that should be made clear.
Okay.
And I can assure you that Ghanaians are happy that this bill, if looked at critically by the president and assented to, by correcting whatever anomaly that somebody might have, with the bill, it would be a news worth celebrating. It will be exciting to know that our family values are being upheld. Because I don't think that even the very people who claim they are LGBTQ, whatever plus, are even proud of themselves. Because I don't see any group of people, let's say a man and a woman, who are going to marry and they're forming associations. That we are a group of people who are married people forming associations like husband and wife and all that in this country. But for them, they want to form association just to publicize themselves and influence people ignorantly to join them. And for me, the three religions in Ghana abhor such things. And so for me, this is a bill that must be assented to, having looked at what the defects some people might have proposed or might have identified. And after that, those defects are corrected. It must be assented to by the president and make sure that the LGBTQ and others are outlawed. And I'm sure that even there are a lot of women in this country that men can marry to. I don't know why even our penal code or our criminal act, offences act, at 29, section 104, 1B, clearly states it's our law and natural carnal knowledge of any kind, any form. And if you are caught having tumu, you'll be jailed. You'll be taken to court, taken to the process, and prosecuted and sent to jail. And so for me, it's a welcome news. And we ought to celebrate such things. I don't know where we always want to find fault with everything. For me, it's good we propose that, this side, if it's done this way, it would also help society. It will make it more, prudent for all of us to, live with. But to say that it is something that the entire Parliament of Ghana had made any form of mistake, for me, I don't believe it.
Okay. And you are okay with the amendment so far?
Yeah, I'm very much comfortable with the amendment. And I believe that I might not be the only person who looked at the bill. Others who are also senior lawyers and government policymakers are like think tanks, like SS. Yes, so they will have their views. And all those views must be captured succinctly. That reflects the culture values, family values of our country. And that is perfect for us.
Okay, but one thing that was seen somehow weird was those giving legal advice, the representatives identified may be liable to the punishment, and that one is amended. I don't know which part of the constitutions, restrict lawyers from maybe standing in for clients, those who commit crime. Are there crimes that lawyers cannot stand in for?
Just like I rightly said, when it gets to the president, I'm sure the president has his own team that would scrutinize the bill before he assents to them. And per the Article 106, there are processes of making law in Ghana. And if it gets to the president thinks that there is one or two things that ought to be done, he can still state him and refer it back to the speaker. And that indeed I know he will do. So I think that he said he will give him the benefit of the doubt. And I support him that we should give benefit of the doubt to the president of the Republic of Ghana. No less person than President John Dramani Mahama. He will scrutinize him. He will call the people with the technical know-how, the learned people to scrutinize it and come up with exactly what will be better for the Ghanaian people.
All right. So for the last topic,
you see, family value bill, right? The reason for homosexuality is not comparable to Niyama Okase. Then a lawyer entity representing a client, right? Namimu na washe kaise armed robbery way back from Adam, from Abraham, whatever. Armed robbery, hypocrisy, what's the name? Idolatry, fornication, all those things. But one of the things Simon Nami punish a whole generation. Sodom. So don't compare this thing to any other thing. If me kind Surah Al-Hazab, Quran 33 verse 36, it says in Islam that it is not for a believer that when Allah and his messenger decrease a thing for you to have an opinion. If God says sodomy is bad, you as a believer, you don't have an opinion. Why is God not allowing this? Why God, you don't have it? Read Leviticus 20:13. God is saying in Leviticus 20:13 that if a man sleeps with another, or if a woman sleeps with another, they shall be put to death. God only human right, Anna. God only human right. So you see, when it comes to things like this, don't let us entertain as if they even have rights. Women are as Oba any Burma. And the doyen of democracy, United States, or see they recognize one gender, end of discussion. You can't choose to say you are like this. You think you are a girl. You think you are a boy. You don't have that option. That is America. So we don't know how even better and try say you want to justify it. It will be despicable for anybody to try to justify LGBTQ in any form or shape. Look, to try to even promote it directly or indirectly, Sir Amendment, they've removed it. So when it comes to LGBTQ, you don't even entertain. Look, there are subtle ways. They are indoctrinating our children through cartoons and movies and other things. That we will say about a cartoon, but indirectly, you're indoctrinating a colony from childhood. Everybody do. How can somebody grow up and tell us, "Oh no, finish only the oil bar and oil Burma," and you allow this? And you see, there's a portion that people who dress in a manner that depicts them as people of the opposite gender, and no matter your offense, that one they've amended that one. Look, there are a lot of amendments. They've taken it out. The NDC should not defend this. Their own people should know. Say one of the things I'm NPP call opposition. Anyway, you can decide to think. Say you want to act smart. I don't think you can be smarter than the Catholic Bishop Conference. You can be smarter than the charismatic association or something like that. The Christian Council as a whole, the Islamic community. You can't be smart. And I'm telling you, for us, and I know some of these things, when we explain it or when those actors involved explain it to the understanding of many people, the office of the chief imam will not sit idle by, because he knows the impact of what Allah has said in the Quran concerning sodomy. And I call on his office that some of these things that they have amended, he should speak boldly to them and let them know that this is not what you said be done. You cannot come and amend.
Okay. So Yes, what man paying that time no. I nya kwan mpo ni transmit amana sign. Ebinom do the court near there. This time right be who be sa.
It is your obeka bia na yesi ye twem, ye de ne twem. What from this time I tell you one thing, your standard of research, is becoming standard of referral.
Also, what can see a EBF frame. Through that, don't tell once somebody can boldly go to court. Say there be these are areas and so on here. And on Busa once see a who be this time.
No, but you as a person, media host, yes, should first speak against some of these amendments. Should first and foremost speak against it. At least you have a big platform. Registering your protest, enough.
Okay.
What I say? Maybe I'm in the car. They feel some your MPP. But who car? They know you're one of them. You carry weight.
That's me car.
Oh, sir, we your host. Who car? Carry weight. Anna.
I'm can't say when we see me. So what can one of them here? But quickly, South Africa. Union me could do only the scene a government any intervention. I said, what do you mean? First batch na bank so how do you see it?
Oh, great. Is it the South Africans are committing an unforgivable sin? Yes, they should be advised by the international communities that indeed they will become an island soon. And one of such things is happening currently. When you look at the Botswana president, was an Bako, is saying that he's disconnecting electricity for the South Africa in some provinces of South Africa, and also closing the borders for South Africans because of the way they are torturing their citizens in South Africa. And if our President John Dramani Mahama, and the Foreign Minister Honorable Kujetu Ablakwa, a very dynamic minister, were able to save life, which our constitution, stipulates that any citizen that is under any of such a heinous torture ought to be saved, and they have been able to bring some of them back home. For me, it's a great achievement. We ought to praise that, and we also want to send a message to the South Africans that they shouldn't think that they are taking we are taking our citizens from their country.
Now there are criticisms. There are criticisms that we have rushed. We could have used diplomatic means to solve rather than you equipping Ghanaians from South Africa. Julius Malema is criticizing us hardly on that.
That is ignorant talk. They are being ignoramus. It is sad that you are killing your own black Africans, and you tend to pretend that we should wait until you kill one or two before we come for the rest to safety or to protect their lives. And that is sad comment. That is sad.
You question the timing of evacuation.
There's nothing like timing when it comes to life.
And the response is risk.
A seconds you can be dead and gone.
Okay.
And for me, that is sad. That is barbaric. Let me call it this way. It's barbaric for even Julius Malema, the one I respected so much, to have even made such comments. It is barbaric for the president of South Africa not to stop with all the military and the police under his control, the security apparatus under his control, to stop that when the international communities and Ghanaians and many other neighboring countries are crying foul.
Okay.
And this is not the first time. That should tell you that there's something barbaric about these South Africans. And nobody wants to say that. How can you? They can't live like an island. Then what becomes of the borderless Africa we all yearn to see? What becomes of the unity of Africa? If you have to be sacking your neighbors or Africans from your country, and you leave the colonial masters who have made you dumps, who have made you people who are uncultured and uneducated, why would you leave them there and be pursuing your own Africans who sometimes bring economic upliftment to your country? The products they bring sometimes are cheaper than the ones you produce in your country. And then they support your economy. And you want them to leave, and so you are killing them. let's call it. Let's not joke with these things. For me, every other social media promotion, advertisements about it's too early and all that, for me is a gimmick.
Okay.
It's a gimmick. And it's coming from people I feel they don't have conscience. If you have conscience, if you are beating your neighbor, it says if your neighbor's house is on fire, what do?
Make sure you protect it.
You protect yours. And I'm sure that as president of the Republic of Ghana, might have called the president of South Africa that this is what is happening, my brother, in your country. Can you step in? And I'm not sure you just get up and say something is happening. I've seen it on TV. No. And so you should tell you that there are things that even when national security reveals to us exactly what they have discovered, we will not even be here and be talking about. See.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Ibrahim.
Agya Wusu.
South Africa for Edibia by Union. First batch of that.
Before my first batch, you see, South Africa, some of the people in South Africa, I don't think so they belong to the human race. I don't think.
I love that.
Because history should have taught you, say, Tamamua Ahuchiremu. Almost all African countries contributed their quota in liberating you. So you should be the last group of people. Some more, because we bint mintina mukro.
But I describe it say, human.
I say some. Those who are engaged in this thing. But which human being in his right thinking mind? Because of no any black race or pamono. No waja ubroni. Who come out in a PW voter? One of the most racist human being I want on the surface of the earth. Because never how South Africans be treated, black South Africans be treated. To the extent that even injecting them with HIV viruses in the Ekani policy. Yet today, you don't see the whites of South Africa as your enemies. Look, there are papers there, maybe here, because you some here, masters in migration. Maybe there, and one of the topics are globalization, this xenophobic attack. A lot of the papers, I think one happened somewhere 2017. Most of the reasons, genuinely because of normal cancer, okay. The complaints were that a lot of the Nigerians, any Ghanaians, any how to treat their women well. So a lot of the feel say a man who pay because the Nigerians and other African country Africans, are hard workers. Working hard, they are able to foot their bills compared to Omwa. So they just hid behind this and Omoko after the people. Now, we see Kosi Pratt on Good Morning Ghana. And Oka Bibi Nyemshimi say there are some of the provinces in South Africa. May be MLD sub group and lucky African shops. Or lucky no ajikin more than South Africa. Is this human? We will set it up in the business. We will see and what's on to how we lucky. Now all lucky you bypass Indian shops. You bypass Lebanese shop, Indian Chinese shop, no the local could call it African shop. No one can do over Kino, their mobi. To improvisation manner. So no crowd or umaya, money timeline. You know what? 6 months, 3 months from now, we feel say because of ABCD. No akona, no say there. Because crowd one nonsense chrome. But this is criminal. For you to just enter a bishop, no one lock, no one can do over Kino. Am I being over my eyes?
Okay.
Now.
Almost say time, Malema say time, and yet the right time to evacuate Ghanaians. Ya rush it.
Well, every country
issue diplomacy.
Every country be play safe, safety first. The police ni sign me videos in there. You see the police even shaking the because riot, the hoodlums. Let me put it that. They're laughing with them.
Okay.
If other people are not feeling safe. They first have to evacuate their citizens.
Okay.
Because if the president and the government now market time they starting you cannot defend it back home.
Okay.
What do I say?
Okay.
You see, I didn't get some sense.
No,
oh, woman, bear 2 minutes. Yes, I'm starting to why is African Union quiet? Why is ECOWAS quiet? Why is the international community, the Americans, or say, aha, democracy must be here. We will come and liberate your citizens. Why are they quiet on South Africa? These are the genuine questions. If the other international control, you soon to me, because South Africa must not always benefit from xenophobia. But it's like Omuya na Atiada, no woman must resurrect Naba. You see, that is idea because if punishment is not punitive, the ends are not deterrent. Okay. Well, they've given people, I think, up to June, end of June. Yeah. Some free or man, barely 1 month. Obi on investment why was South Africa. Only 1 year say on free Hokrana because other people have invested. I was say on through processes before Betima exiting. Was say 1 month within 1 month. The actually say you are basically confiscating people's assets illegally. Okay.
Give me a minute. Let's send this request to the international community that the UN, the AU, the ECOWAS, especially the Security Council of the UN, should intervene immediately before, like the Botswana president did, Bako did, by withdrawing, disconnecting the electricity and closing their borders before every other African countries, even including Ghana, begin to think in that line. Right. And they will suffer the consequences. Okay. So the security, the national, the United Nations, the ECOWAS and the AU, they should take immediate decision and act on it fast before it gets out of
producers in 1 minute. Okay, one of the things Robert Mugabe, SFI was nationalizing the lands, free British. He suffered it.
Oh yes.
This is the South Africans say and the Europeans no more power. Would you have sat down quietly watching them?
UN.
We see Europeans and now this international community immediately would have been speaking. They would have started imposing sanctions on South Africa. Okay. So why is it that blacks there? They feel we are not part.
A legitimate question, yeah, that's it. From you know, no pay no much na fe yedi Abranaa so bre no. Don Emmanuel Agbenyo, where Vice President Ghana School of Law, Makwala Campus no pay obekan ho. Yeah, that's it. No pay. Ode che. Sansona Kamal Dean, Ibrahim Kamal Dean, MPP Communications Team member. Amasan Bruni no pay that's it. Why are there power time no team my every day? Yede ne de ne besia nyame adoma da se na ebesia na afa yede Abranaa so etumi de abro meme de bia no pa no nwotwe kobo na ekosise no ndu bebo a ji se dako na unhia masama bro ni yesa de a or life e wa ha midi ne Agya Wusu ansa yede ne de ne besia production crew hunyina moya de mabo adwuma yede sia na nyame adoma next week yaba ye sorry aye kokuma se ene samija mfi na se ye no etua so den ntino ne nti wache want me anko na echina obetimi akọ why
anko na ameti anko
oh sechina ka ho
2
days remember that question na obekwa kodwo sorry
ebe feel gold board wo hankasa
yeah that's it yeah fancy nyame adma da se na ebehia yapo